my place, and here I'm about to go to bed, and I'm playing with my pet birds because they are enjoying their sauna in the night. So, in this beautiful, warm, heartfelt atmosphere of love, and especially while going to bed, I would love to offer thanks to my grandparents for giving me the wonderful family vibes. And today, major things that we are seeing is the relationship issue, and of course, when the relationship issues come, family issues are absolutely faced by all of the family members of these two people who are facing the relationship issues. So I can truly understand the importance of the beautiful family vibes that my grandparents gave me, and God gave me such a beautiful upbringing. And sharing here would also help so many of you who would love to manifest happy family, but you were not having it till you now, in your consciousness, because maybe you have not yet got these kind of vibrations ever from anywhere, or you were not having a beautiful family when you were uh, growing up, you know. So one of the mentor, I'm watching her, and in spite of being a pro manifester and everything, she still is fighting with her childhood wounds of being abundant. So sharing these beautiful family vibrations for those of you who would love to manifest happy family life. And of course, the family is everything for me. So those of you who resonate and want to manifest loving family, here it goes. uh, the lovely family and the upbringing and how to behave with everybody, from grandchildren to children to neighbors to relatives, to everybody that I have seen from my grandparents. And at this age, when I am aware about the spiritual facts and maturity as well, in terms of I'm not a college going girl, but I'm a bit more mature to understand the different people. I am able to see various couples who were there in my life, like my uncles and aunts and my parents and my grandparents and my friends' families and all. So, the tremendous credit that I would love to give to my grandparents, maternal side grandparents, for giving me such a beautiful family vibrations. And I tell you, my grandpa passed 3 to 4 years back when he was, I think, 84 to 87 something, 87 years. And my grandmama just passed maybe a month or 1.5 a month ago. Um, and she was also same age, of let's say 84 to 87, because they had 3 years of difference. And I was brought up in a very good family vibrations. If you want to manifest family, you can note it down as it resonates with you, and you can, create your dream life. So uh, basically, there was a very strong feminine energies and masculine energies altogether separate, because of course, because of the age as well, and age as in the time, the era, and also it was there. Basically, there were a lot of people in a family. My grandparents had three children, and they were living in a lovely community. Of course, that was not even a time of telephones. So, all people were connected heart to heart, which is the major success of that era, and which is a major failure of our today's era. In spite of having lots of digital mediums and everything, we are connecting with each other instantly, and we are connecting to block each other, but they were connecting heart to heart, always to stay in touch with each other, in each other's hearts. That's the beauty. So my grandparents, they actually relocated from their main hometown to this town where we are today, and they were having very good relations with the neighbors. They were having enough good social sense and healthy boundaries to keep family things inside the families, and to keep social things towards social things. My grandpa was a very nice person, but he was also very strict in case of my grandmama and my grandmama, my grandmama's mama. Okay, so later on, of course, when we grandchildren were born, I'm the first and the most pampered grandchildren. So then he changed a little bit, or I think his behavior towards us was little different, but he was a masculine energy, and my grandmama was a beautiful feminine energy. However, my grandpa also supported her when she wanted to work from home, and she was doing um, some kind of stitching work and something, just as hobby and also for the monetary support. They had three children, two were girls and one was a boy. And except this one boy, that was just, I think, their karmic tie-ups. They suffered in the end of their life, but uh, all of the people in their life, they were having beautiful relationships. And my grandmama was a fantastic lady. I have not seen her any time, going out of the home and sitting at somebody else's home and talking for hours and hours. It was nothing like that. It was a very nice couple who's living a family life. And of course, I wasn't born in the age to know anything about their romantic life. Absolutely, neither they were ready to tell me. But it was a beautiful family and lot of relatives from both the sides, because that time um, everyone, I think, across the globe, everyone used to have a lot of children. So my grandmama used to get money orders from her brothers, you know, on the festive days. And when I was in a third standard in something, I loved reading. And I was, of course, I love reading today as well, but that was baby me. And I used to love the one or two lines messages only, just one or two lines messages. They were allowed on the money orders. And my grandmama used to be very happy, and they were addressing her as to dear baby, because baby was the nickname of my grandmama. And in spite of she being grandmama, she was always being called as baby by all her brothers. And they used to send her the festive days gift, the money orders, little amount of money on the festive days. And that was a very nice bond. Everybody was enjoying their family life. There were no distractions. There were no such things like what's happening with anybody and everybody 24/7, checking anybody's social networks and feeling bad about our life. It wasn't there at all. And if there were major events, like somebody gets any rewards, or somebody gets grandchildren, or there is some religious festive, or somebody is celebrating any such thing, good and bad, whatever, all of these people used to come together. the gatherings were basically of the religious festives, because by God's grace we are blessed with lot of such festives entire throughout the year. And there wasn't a very serious touch of being very strong religious kind of mindset, but it was a beautiful people coming together, exchanging gifts and eating, lunches together. So it was very nice, and my grandparents were having very good relationships till the end of their life with all their um, nephews and all as well. So it was a fantastic thing. And I see today this kind of failure with my parents, but especially the bond which was there when these nephews were children, the bond was still intact. The bond between the two people, that was still intact in spite of these children being grown up, and they were in their 50s and 60s. So that was again a fantastic relationship. And plus points, I would say, my grandmother was a very beautiful homemaker, and she loved talking like I love talking, and she used to talk a lot. I mean, there was only one person on the earth who can talk more than me, and that was my grandmama. And we used to talk a lot, because these people were married early, very young age. So they were always together throughout their life. So probably maybe entire their life they have spent together. Not like our generations, like we have spent most of our life with our parents. It wasn't like that. So they're growing up, from the teenagers onwards. That was all together. So that was such a strong bond. And uh, still there were nothing like friendship. Okay, the relationship, what we are learning today, making of our self image, and manifesting wedding, is a big deal of you going inside and being a wife. Okay, so of course that self image was already there, and nobody, even the society, the people and my grandparents, they never went out of that self image. So there was not any kind of friendship between both of them, but there was a very good healthy relationship of a husband wife. And a very beautiful glory that I know last things from my grandparents is they also, I mean, my grandpa did a fantastic although he was not a very fantastic financial management, because that was the negative point because of which my grandparents suffered in spite of having money with them, because of the inner insecurities. What we are doing today, we are learning Bob Proctor. I mean, I am learning Bob Proctor, and my life changed like wow. And today I'm here very happily. I was able to cross the toughest period in my life because of the entry of Bob Proctor in my life, that God made my life super happy. So they were having insecurities about the finances and all, but as far as the family vibes are concerned, they had the little bit of the shares for everybody, like even for their grandchildren's wedding, they kept some money separately, like this is for this grandchildren wedding, this is for that grandchild's wedding. And likewise was the planning. Today we don't think anything more than that. If you are um, able to get this knowledge, you're able to create your conscious life, you should not be selfish, but you should really make it use for a lot of good things, like create a beautiful family culture in this world. If we all can come together and we all can create a beautiful families, thousands of people around us will look at us, and they will also get these beautiful thoughts, these beautiful values, and uh, you know the sentiments of having the best family, and likewise we would be successful in making a beautiful human society, you know. So it doesn't matter from which part of the world you're watching it, but if you can get anything out of this video, if you are a conscious creator and if you create, you know, by God's grace, happy families, I would be very happy because I'm a very strong believer of the family. And so my grandchildren, not my grandchildren, so my grandparents, talking about my grandmama and me, I had a wonderful time. Like we used to play together, we used to go to the temples together. I used to show all my shopping and everything to her, and you know, I used to teach her what all things I'm learning in a school. Like I learned English, and I used to teach her the English and all. And the home atmosphere, you know, the home atmosphere, that was full of home atmosphere at my grandpa's place, and that was absolutely nil at my parents' place because both of them were working. So I have seen the contrast, and by God's grace, I'm brought up much more, you know, with my grandpa. So I am able to grasp all the goods from everybody, you know, like um, focus and work, that was from my inside, and having happy family, disciplined life, happy life, schedule, how to live your life. See, living our life alone is a big challenge for us in spite of having mobiles and tablets and laptops and internet and everything today. But in my grandparents' times, when my grandma used to be homemaker, there were no such things for entertainment. You know, the televisions were not available with everybody as well, and when they came, most of them were black and white in a very much latter time. So most of their youth, they were not having any entertainment. So imagine how these women must have lived in their home, you know. But they were living with all the generations. It wasn't like short families, or you know, somebody's parents won't stay with them or something like that. And my grandpa also had a lot of brothers, out of which few survived, because those era was like a lot of epidemics and lack of proper medical stuffs and all. But lot of relatives from both the sides, and my grandmama used to handle a lot of these people. And also when I was in the third standard, my grandpa was retired, and still he used to conduct the classes. So classes of some office, you know, and the office he used to work, you know, that was a government service. And after that as well, he used to coach for the competitive exams over there. A lot of students used to visit my grandpa. So everything was very much, you know, with the schedule. So it wasn't like I'm at home and I don't know what to do. I don't have any of my schedule. I have seen such people, and I mean, it's hopeless, you know. Nobody can say anything to them. But in spite of being at home, in spite of not having much of the entertainment, not of the much of the communication tools, they were having beautiful schedule. The home was always clean and tidy, though they were not very lavish and rich, but it was very clean and tidy. And the tea time was fixed, and you know, the after the or most of the times when we used to have tea, my grandpa's students used to start come, and these were not students as in, you know, the students age. These were the working people, adults, you know, in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and so on and so forth, like fully grown adults who used to work in a government service, but they had to appear for their competitive exams in the government service. So they used to come and visit my grandpa. So then my grandma used to take us inside and, you know, pull the curtain, you know, the healthy boundary stuffs very decently, very politely. And then in the living room, these students used to come and meet my grandpa. And, you know, we used to have our tea inside. So there was a sense of family. We were not different, I was not different. I was not out of the family or somebody. I was a part of the family. And today I see, like, me and my family is like just me and uh, two of us, three of us. It's not like that. So knowing who all our family is very important. And when you say somebody is your family, you have to do something for their future as well. Like my grandpa assigned little bit of money, for our educations or for our marriages. And you know um, eating together, then having playtime together, spending afternoons together, then taking care of each other's favorites. Like, I used to love the biscuits with the tea. Then, especially for me, the biscuits used to come at my grandpa's house. Then I used to enjoy you know, the sharbat in the summer season. So, in the summer seasons, the sharbat used to come for me at my grandpa's home. So, it was a family, it was a beautiful family. And the kind of a schedule that we were following, the kind of lifestyle that we were following, the kind of to do's and not to do's that we were following, how we think, what all food we eat, these all are similar to me and my grandpa's house. But my parents are totally different. I mean, they don't know all these things, or they don't follow all these things, and then their life became mess after their retirement. I have seen that. But I never experienced these. I never saw my grandparents like this. And there was no sense of boredom at all, because we all were family, and they enjoyed their time themselves. They enjoyed their life, which was life of, working from home, homemaker's life for my grandma. And a lot of their family, because the siblings are family, you can't call them as relatives. So my grandpa's siblings, brothers, used to be here only in our town, within 15-20 minutes distance. So they used to visit each other and all. Very healthy relationships. And they enjoyed their life. They enjoyed a lot of fun time with their grandchildren. Like, even when I grew up, you know, um my grandpa and me used to go on my two-wheeler for some food shopping and all, and for getting some snacks for us, and for watching showers when it used to rain. We used to, once we went into the temple nearby, it was full of the water. It was like kind of little floody situation, so we enjoyed that time as well. So there was no sense of boredom in my grandparents life at all, in spite of no communication tools and no, which tools I said, communication and entertainment, because they got mobiles very much late in their life, like, in the 70s. you know so the very important thing is, there was no feeling of hate, disgust, jealousy. As in, my grandma was very nice, very, very, very pure lady. And absolutely, she had not a single negative thought about any other person. My grandpa was a very dedicated husband, you know, of my grandma. So they were very fixed in their self images, and they did their beautiful families. And I'm very fortunate to see all their behavior, how to behave, how to, live your life. They never complained anything to anybody. They never asked any favor to anybody. How they did their best, and how my grandma she always supported my grandpa. She was always like, whatever the major thing, the decisions or whatever, they would be made by my grandpa. And she was always a very supporter, although they were arguing sometimes, but mostly they were having a very decent sense of keeping things to themselves and not arguing in front of other people or in front of children and grandchildren. The major thing that we face today, the problems that we face today, because nobody is using their sense. Everything is going live on the social media. So if you get back with your ex, now it will go live on the social media. I mean, if you have learned the lessons correctly, secrecy is the first law, so you won't do that. But these were the mistakes, that people were doing and going live, or sharing everything beyond requirement on the social medias, really not required. So there was no show off at my grandparents side at all. They never uh, disclosed their personal bond in front of anybody, neither their arguments as well in front of anybody. And it was a very nice, well cultured, mm, well cultured, and into the frame family totally. And they were behaving very nice social etiquettes, because they were always having different age groups to handle in the family. Uh, they were very much, you know, I would say they were excellent. They were excellent in dealing with all of these, what to speak, when to speak, if somebody's there, then what topics not to discuss, you know or neighbors sometimes used to show like they're taking a walk, but they used to listen our communications. So my grandpa was also aware about that. So they were very minute detailing, and they really lived their life. They were very much positive, except last few days of their life. And I would say it's just the destiny, so let's not talk about it. But if you want to create family, if you want to get the family vibes, definitely take points from this video and you create your family. You are the creator of your life. You are the co-creator with God. And if you can create such a beautiful families, it would be really wonderful. I would be personally very happy, because I'm a very strong family supporter. And whatever heights I have reached today, you know, it is totally because of my best family that I have got by God's grace right from the childhood. And of course, I have overcome the toxic people in the family. That is always there. But keeping that apart, such a beautiful vibes of family that I have got. And you can take notes from this video. You can uh, meditate on it. You can check what things are coming from within you, and you can really create your happy families. So how a relationship between a husband and wife should be, how to handle different generations, um, how to have good social sense in case of connecting with outer world, and how to manage your you know relatives and all, that everything was well balanced. And yeah, I was saying, in those days, because they were marrying at a very early age, of course they were almost their lifetime together. But also I was born when they were very young. So my grandparents had their first child when they were very young, and I'm very fortunate to enjoy a lot of time with my grandparents. And my lifestyle, or uh, ethics basically, are pretty much from them, because their children were not with them, because they used to work in the offices. They used to, they were adults and they were working. But I was the only grandchild, first grandchild, and I got a lot of time to spend with my grandparents. So I have been seeing all these and learning all these and beautiful, beautiful things. Lots of things from my grandmama to be taken. Um, and absolutely how to be, we people are meditating, we people are scripting. It's really, I know a lot of people are doing this, I'm also doing this. And what happens is, uh, parents treat their children differently, and everybody has seen different parents and uncle aunties, and they behave differently, but then they carry those patterns, unknowingly. And that's why then those kind of family disruptions also are carried, so break those unhealthy patterns. And by the way, they were not having any kind of addictions throughout their families, because we belong to such a religion that these kind of things were never allowed. And none of their relatives or somebody, they were ever even touched by in the addiction. And very healthy atmosphere. Communication was very easy. And my grandmama used to, she used to be very um, calm, or most of the times she won't speak much, in front of other people, or if we are discussing any other aspect, but she would listen to that. And only with me then she used to talk, because she used to be very careful, like what her husband is saying all about. And so let's not cross each other. And all, so there were really minute points they had worked on. And I think they were almost, even you consider, my grandma was uh, 7th standard pass that time, which was a very great education, you know. So, but almost I would say 70 years of their life they were, 70 years? Yes, 70 years of their life they were together as a married couple. And they have seen each other grown up from their teenage to their middle age, to they have aged together. And they took care of each other very well, because most of the time they lived without their children, without being dependent on their children, which was really amazing. And the bond between both of you is very important. Manifesting marriage is not just for this stage of your life, because everybody's thinking like, I have to get married now, this is my age, I have to have children and whatever. It is you aging together. So who's going to be together till the end of your life is your spouse. And what kind of life or the family you're going to have is based on your relationship with your husband or your wife, whatever, so it is very important. And that's the what I can say. I mean, I can speak a lot about the importance of this relationship. And a lot of things I have really learned unknowingly as well from my grandparents. And they were, I would say, I'm not aware about their romantic life or whatever. Of course, I'm a grandchild, but um, they lived a very much successful, happy family life. This I can say, except one black spot in their life, okay, which wasn't in their hand. Some toxic person, you can say. That's it. But a very amazing, happy family life. And why? Everything I have told you in this video. And yeah, listen to it, take points, how you have to behave with each other, how to behave with each other in front of other people, who all people are there in your life, you know, what is your relationship with the society, your neighbors and outer world, and what are you doing, your self image as wife, your husband's self image as husband, you have to maintain it. Me and my specific person, we were also fighting like children. So that kind of a maturity was there before, but you have to be in your self image, and until it is inside, it doesn't comes outside. So I was just seeing few interviews of the famous the artist, who are working in the TV shows and all. And they also said until it comes inside, you can't play that role. So there's a famous actor over here, and he played such an amazing mythological character. And then he said, but if you ask me to play romantic hero, I will not be able to do that. So it has to be within. So that's what we all are doing. And if you can build such an amazing family, it's your divine blessing, because all that you are learning right now, your thoughts, your feelings, your um, ethics that you are coming up with, and creating a tremendously positive community. Otherwise what happens is, my brother my sibling brother says, hey, nobody's gonna say me anything. I can do anything, or why are you being so strict, like that. So it's not like that. Let we also have like-minded people in our family. Let family be our strength. And we are representing our families. We are a family, and then we are representing, I'm so and so, or I'm grandchild of so and so. So these things must also be there. And this is the advantage of having happy family. And of course, I mean, everything based on love and mutual trust. And create a family where everybody is vibrating on a higher frequency. All are light workers, all are doing good with each other, and all these things. So note it down, all these points that you can get out of it, out of your own teachings, experiences that you have, and create such an amazing family. If you can create happy family, God would be very happy with you, because this is how we should live life on earth. you know that's what the God has informed us again and again and again and again and again. And if you like this topic, please comment below, so that I would also come up with a lot of other um, religious scriptures, or what to say, I don't know, mythological characters, who would tell us how to be in a happy family. Okay, so I have a lot of things on it to say. And if you like this topic, if you want more from me about family, how to create a happy family, how to live together as a family, because then everybody is like space issue is there, everybody needs their spaces and all. So how this should be, how the healthy relationship should be, everything I can talk more about it. Or if a lot of people are interested, we can also have a short video call conference and we can talk more about it. This is my very beloved favorite topic, so I would look forward for your comments and we will decide what to do all about it. But if you resonate with it, and if you have this as your goal, that I want to create a very happy family, that's my strongest support, that's my strength, that's my power, that's my pride, then it would be fantastic. For sure, it is amazing goal, and I would love to wish you very, very, very good luck in this. And I think with this, I can stop right now and go to my bed. But very, very, very thankful to my grandparents for being in my life. Thank you, God, for putting me there in their life exact time when I was able to enjoy all that beautiful upbringing. I was able to see those different people and how different people used to behave with each other, and all the love that I have got from all of them. So I'm very happy and thankful for all of them. They all together created such a wonderful community, such a lovely community, secure community, and still everybody was free. Every woman was free, every man was free. Such a healthy family, and it was a really bliss to be a part of that. So what a great gratitude frequency I have right now before going to bed. And yeah, I'm very happy sharing this. I hope it would help so many of you creating your happy families. And see you soon in the next one. Till then, bye. Happy manifesting, everybody.